Welcome to Tea Time with Sue. In this episode, Sue Thomas sits down with Jessie Coleman, a senior history major and environmental studies minor from Shawnee, Kansas. Jessie also works as the intern in Truman's sustainability office. Sue and Jessie discuss projects attributed to the sustainability fee, Earth Week events, and Truman's Tag Improv group. Let's jump into the conversation.
So I am here with Jessie. I am so happy you are agreeable to do this. So can we start with, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a senior history major and environmental studies minor. I'm from Shawnee, Kansas, and I work in the sustainability office. I'm the sustainability office intern, so I've been working there for the past 4 years, an intern for 2. And it's one of my favorite parts of being on campus, being able to work with everyone in the office and actually see changes happen that we suggest and help put in. So it's always really exciting.
Okay, so let's explore that a little bit, right? All the sustainability stuff you're involved with. So first, tell me, what's it mean to be the intern in the sustainability office?
Yeah, so we are all student run, so it's all scholarship jobs, it's all work study. And so then my job as the intern is I'm kind of the person who oversees all the other student workers.
How many?
So we have, I think there's 13 of us in the office right now. Wow. So there's a lot of us. We have people that do our social media, our people that work on long-term campaigns, people that do recycling, work with other groups on campus. So any program that we offer through the office, you have someone who knows it really, really well, and they focus in on that. And so then my job is to help coordinate the big things like Earth Week, events with other groups, different activities that we're doing, and kind of oversee everything. So I might do anything from sit on a student gov committee for SVAC, or I might sit on a meeting about the President's Sustainable Action Committee and what we're doing on big scale things, or I might be sitting in the sub tabling and getting out information to students. So I do kind of anything and everything the office needs done.
Okay, so what are the big things that you guys are doing right now?
Yeah, right now we're in the middle of planning for Earth Week. So Earth Week is going to be April 15th through April 22nd, and we're going to have a bunch of different events. So we're planning events like a movie showing in the planetarium. We're working with the Missouri Department of Conservation in Thousand Hills. We're going to have our annual Earth Fest, so that's going to be outside the sub on Friday. That's going to have things like tabling for different student groups, but also activities. Some of the other different student groups, like some of the music groups, are going to be performing. So we try to bring everyone in together to teach about environmental stuff, but also give them activities to do and things to take home. So it's more than just come look at this table. It's interactive.
Remember last year was kind of windy.
Yeah, it was super windy last year.
It was kind of windy last year.
Yeah, hopefully it's not as windy as again. But all the other things that you loved about last year's Earth Fest, we want to do again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so in addition to Earth Fest, so if people wanted to know, so what's sustainability about at Truman? Right?
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve? Why is this your passion?
Oh my gosh. So in my mind, sustainability, and when we're looking at Truman, it's about how can we make sure that what we're doing right now continues to go right, and then what can we be doing better, and how do we make that better when looking at our environmental impact. So it's things from making sure that all of our water bottle fountains or water fountains have water bottle filling stations on it. And it's also making sure that we have solar panels on buildings. It's making sure that we're using less fossil fuels or diverting our waste, so that way we're here for longer and we're doing it in the best way we can with most minimal negative impact. But then it's also about educating students about how to do those things once they leave campus. So it's talking about fast fashion and what that means. It's talking about...
So what does that mean?
So fast fashion is kind of the fashion industry's way of producing really cheaply made clothes at what looks like affordable prices, but it often has a really negative impact on the environment and the humans who make those clothes. So we do different things, we will talk about those through our Instagram, or we'll host a clothing swap to kind of talk about secondhand clothes and how those, if they're still in good condition, are better for both you and other people and the environment, because they're not contributing to waste, or they're not contributing to unethical working conditions, or they're not contributing to just overproduction and overconsumption, which are all things that contribute to sustainability.
And so my guess is people would be surprised, but you can get any kind of clothes secondhand.
Yeah, everything I'm wearing right now is secondhand. So like these shirts that we have, we made them with the help of the print club. So they're custom made shirts, but the shirts themselves were salvaged from, about to be thrown away. We have people that donate like Truman merch. So then people have gotten some really cool like vintage Truman merch. Other people have gotten like some fun overalls or shoes or whatever they needed. So you really can find anything, and it's always an event that people look forward to.
So, and I will tell you what I'm wearing right now is secondhand.
Perfect. We love
so
that.
So even suits.
Even
you can
suits.
Get secondhand.
Whatever you need.
It doesn't even have to be T-shirts. Even
yes.
suits you can get secondhand.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
So there is a sustainability fee, right?
Yes.
That students pay?
Yeah. So it's just $5 a semester, and that goes to a few different things. But one of the big things is the Sustainability Fee Accountability Committee, which students can submit proposals to, and then they get funding from that fee to do whatever they want. So in October, the office applied to get some of that money from that fee, and we brought in a really cool speaker, and he gave an amazing talk to us about what he's doing and how we can make a difference.
What was it about?
So he talked about kind of expanding our impact, so how we can take our online like environmental communities and make offline impact. So he talked about different things about knowing your audience and knowing how to like actually make those connections and what's important there. He talked about finding ways to define what your ultimate goal is. And he was really cool because he's only like 25, so he's super relatable. He just got out of college, so he knows kind of what we're working on. And he also gave us great hints about like, here's how you can get into this kind of work if you want to do that. Here's
cool.
what I did. So that was a really fun talk. We've also used the money before to get solar panels out at the farm.
And they're just putting some more out there,
Yeah,
right?
They just finished. Now
That's
the farm is
what I thought.
fully solar powered. There's other things. Individual student groups will use it to be able to pay for money or pay for things, to host events. It's been used before to be able to fund classes with different partnerships through the Environmental Foundation for Stewardship and the UN. So we were able to work with them to create a new class for the environmental studies minor. So kind of whatever students want to do sustainability-wise, if they need funding to do it, the fee can help them do that if they apply through SFAC.
Cool.
Yeah.
So why is this your personal passion? I can see it as your personal passion. So why? Why is it your passion?
I just love being outside. I think everyone in Coastal kind of knows when it gets sunny and it gets warm and everyone's on the quad. It's so nice. Everyone's in a good mood. And so I feel like whatever we can do to kind of keep that from continuing and to keep that happening is so important. So whether that be like small things or big things that we're doing, educating people about that, because there's only one Earth. And so in order to keep this all happening, whatever else anyone wants to do, whatever else they're passionate about, whether that's like English or math or medicine, whatever they're like here for, if we don't have like a stable place to call home, like we can't do any of those other things. So to like protect that and to keep that safe is like the first thing we have to do before we can achieve anything else. Also, just being outside's great. So
okay, so if people share your passion, how can they get involved? How can they get involved in little ways or big ways?
Absolutely. I mean, there's things that they can do on an individual basis, and then there's things that they can do on like a bigger basis. So if they want to do bigger things, they can get involved with the sustainability office. We're always hiring. They can get involved with different student groups like eco or wildlife or save the bees. There's so many different groups on campus. Take classes in it, so the environmental studies classes, but there's also classes in so many different majors that relate to it that aren't necessarily like environmental studies. So if you're needing like a different elective and you're like a history major, you could take the history of the environment class. Or if you're a poli-sci major, you can take environmental law. So there's so many different things, no matter like what you're already interested in. And then on an individual basis, there's so many like individual choices that we can make that help contribute to like a bigger change. But the important thing is to know that like a lot of things that need to get done need to happen on like a really big level, on like institutional levels. So finding ways where you can support that change and to help do those calls to action is what's really important.
So if people want to find you, where do they find you?
Okay, so the Sustainability Office has an Instagram. It's at TrueSus. We're also in Violet Hall, so it's Violet Hall 1310. It's right next to the Title IX office, so you can come in and say hi. We're there Monday through Friday, 10 to 3. There's always somebody there. And so come in, say hi, ask us questions. Everyone's super knowledgeable, and if they don't have the answer, they will find the person to give you the answer. Yeah.
Cool. Fabulous. Yeah. So you said you're a senior.
Yes, I am.
Right?
Yeah.
So is sustainability in your future after Truman?
I think so. I'll be doing the MAE program next year.
Oh, cool.
So I'm very excited about that. But afterwards, I want to continue working at outdoor education centers. So I currently work at one in Kansas. So doing things like that. So working with all different age groups, teaching them about the outdoors. So whether that be like actually being outside or working with community groups to educate them, being in a school, anything where I can continue being outside and teaching other people about it, and getting them involved and also getting them passionate is what I want to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have no doubts.
Oh, thank you.
No doubts you will get there.
Oh, perfect.
So, in addition to sustainability, I understand Tag Improv is also part of your life. Do tell.
I love Tag Improv. I've been on Tag since I was a freshman, my fall semester. We have shows about like once a month. We practice 2 times a week. So it's people who are in the theater department, people who aren't in the theater department, and we all just like hang out and do improv a bunch. So I did theater in high school, and so it's my one way of like continuing doing that while exploring all my like new passions in college. But it's so much fun because it's just like hanging out with friends, and then we play our games, and then the shows are free and open to everyone. So we've had professors come before. We've had different people like come to a show and never known what improv was. And then like 2 semesters later, they're on the team because they enjoyed the show so much and they practiced. So it's always just a bunch of fun. It's a good brain break for my week.
So if we have people who don't know what improv is, how do you explain it?
Okay, it's unscripted scenes, and typically they have a gimmick to it. So in some of our games, maybe the gimmick is one person always has to be sitting while someone else always has to be standing and someone has to be kneeling, but only one person can be doing those at a time. Other gimmicks of the games, it might be a guessing game, so someone leaves the room and everyone discusses like who these other people are going to be, and then they have to come back in and kind of guess those characters. We have games where maybe you can only say 3 words and someone else can only say 7, and you have to say that number each time you talk.
Oh, how hard is that?
That one is so hard. We do that on auditions, and I always feel bad for our auditionees because it's really challenging. But it's also really funny to watch, to see them try to figure out how am I supposed to say 12 words in a sentence. So I always love it. It's just a fun time. Everyone always laughs. And it's a great time.
So how many members are in Tag Improv?
Oh my gosh, we just added new members. How many do we have? I think we're at like 11 right now.
Oh, wow.
So it's bigger than what it has been before. But everyone on the team is so talented, and everyone has their different strengths. So some people are really good at like Scottish accents, and other people are really good at doing like physical comedy or like doing the worm. And so we all bring something different to the team to like make a funny scene.
Okay, so why Scottish accents?
I don't know, but he's really good at it. He's really good at it, and it always makes the audience laugh.
Okay, so how do people find out about Tag Improv, when your shows are, if in the future they think it's cool and want to audition?
Yeah, so we typically have shows on Friday night, but if you want to know like what Friday, we have an Instagram. It's at Tag Improv. So we'll post when we have shows or when we have open practices. So even if you're not on the team, if you're just interested in what improv is, you can come to that practice and we'll teach you a few games. And then we have auditions like once a semester.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Does anybody leave here and go off and do improv? Have you done that?
We've had people do that before. So I know we had one person who was on the team a few semesters ago. She's now doing improv in like Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Other people just like continue to do it for fun in like smaller venues and stuff. But yeah, we have people do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so May graduation, and then into the MAE program. Okay, so you've been here 4 years.
Yes.
What would you tell people about your experience being here 4 years?
Oh my gosh. What I sum it all up. I think the best things that have happened for me at Truman were the things that I like didn't think about previous to coming to Truman. So it was things of like, oh, I'm going to Truman. Like, what does Truman have to offer now? And it's like, oh, there's this thing called a sustainability office. I guess I'll like email someone to see if I can get a job there. And Oh, I like do theater and I like improv, so I guess I'll try that. And I don't know what slacklining is, but they're on the quad, so I might as well join them.
So you did it?
Yes, I love slacklining.
You can do it?
There's some people much better than me, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Whoa, good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's all those things that like if I would have gone elsewhere, I wouldn't have had the chance to do, but because I'm here, they've become like my favorite parts, and that's how like I know so many of my friends and I have so many of my good memories. So yeah, it's been all those like unexpected things that I wasn't expecting about college.
So what made you be willing to reach out, right? Because there are opportunities, but you took advantage of them, right? To make them into what they are. What gave you the ability to reach out and actually do it?
I think for like some of them, for like the improv team and for slacklining, it was just kind of like, that seems really fun. Like I'm going to regret if I don't try it. And then for the sustainability office, it was kind of like, I don't know if I'm like qualified for this. But I'd rather look over eager and possibly get it than like miss out on something that could be fun. So I guess it's always just been like I'd rather be told no than like tell myself no.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Anything on your Truman bucket list before you graduate?
Oh my gosh, before I graduate, things I still need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure I have things. Probably stand in the fountain.
You haven't done that yet?
I dared my friend to do it once, and she just went for it before I even finished the joke. So I think we all need to do that.
Because it's a tradition now for freshmen, right? Dancing in the fountain.
So I got to do that. There's other things, and I can't think of all of them. But there's probably some things that me and my friends are going to want to do for the last time.
Sure.
So like some more spike ball in the quad.
Spike ball?
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. Oh, I don't know how to explain it.
It's not Spike playing ball with you.
No. But that might be on the bucket list
that
now.
could be cool.
No. So it's how to explain it? It's like a ring that has a net on it, and then you have the small yellow ball, and you typically play with like teams of 2, and you hit the ball back and forth between your partner and the net. I'm doing a really bad job of explaining it, but it's a lot of fun, and it's something that my friend showed me freshman year, so now we play sometimes.
Okay, so I need to Google it.
Yeah, I would Google it,
because
then you'll see people who are very impressive doing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I will look at. I didn't know what pickleball was until I talked to people.
Yeah.
Not heard of this.
So
I hadn't watched
things.
Dairy Girls until I talked to
There's
somebody about
so many
that.
things. Yeah.
Okay, so I will Google that.
Yeah, Google spike ball. So yeah, I'm sure there's things that me and my friends are gonna be like, oh, we gotta do that one last time. We gotta do that. But I don't know if there's anything where I'm like, I have to do that. Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah.
Because then that means
I feel like I've done
did
it.
the
I
stuff
feel like I've
that are
done
really
things.
important
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, I look forward to congratulating you
thank
when
you.
you walk across the stage in May.
Yeah.
But before then, one of
Yes.
my favorite parts of Tea Time with Sue is that I don't actually have to pull anything out of the teapot. You get to pull it out. So
Perfect.
reach on in there and pull out a good one.
Oh, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, do tell.
Okay, my favorite movie of all time is Brooklyn. It has Saoirse Ronan in it. It is I'm a history major, so I really like period pieces.
Okay.
So that one's really good. I also really like Little Women. Really anything with Saoirse Ronan in it. That's a good movie. But also the High School Musicals. Let's be real. Those are still great movies.
Okay, so it's a particular actress?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Every single movie she's in just gives me like the warm and fuzzies. It's so calming. I can kind of watch it in like any mood that I'm in. It just hits me right in the feels. Yeah.
Okay. Same reason for High School Musicals?
Oh, that one's a nostalgia thing.
Yeah. You did a lot?
I mean, yeah, I did theater in high school, but also it came out when I was like 5 or 6. So I grew up watching them, and like me and my friends would like sing the music and stuff. So now that's more of just like a comfort thing of like, oh, nostalgia. Yeah.
So did you have a favorite musical you did in high school?
Oh, a favorite musical I did in high school? Oh my gosh. My favorite musical that I did in high school was Hello Dolly. We did that my sophomore year.
Oh, fun.
That one was really fun. And then my favorite play that we did was either Pride or Prejudice or You Can't Take It With You. Those two are both really good. So
how so?
Well, You Can't Take It With You, it was a smaller cast than I was like used to working with, and we all got really close and we bonded a lot. It was also my senior year, so I already knew so many of the people there, and my drama director took a risk with me and let me costume the whole show,
wow.
Which typically like one of our teachers would do. So it was really fun to be able to like both act and costume and know everyone and be really close. And then Pride and Prejudice was just fun because we talked in British accents all day, and I was acting alongside a lot of my like best friends. So it was just a really good time. Yeah.
I hope you have those same kind of experiences for the rest of your senior year. You are so close.
I know.
It is very exciting.
It is.
So, yes, really seriously, have an amazing end to your senior year.
Thank you.
But then you don't have to leave Truman. You'll be back
I know.
for the MAE, which will be fabulous.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yay. Thank you so much for doing this with me. It was
me.
such a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure.
Perfect.
Thanks for listening to Tea Time with Sue. Subscribe to the podcast to stay in the know for when new episodes are released. Do you know students, faculty, and staff at Truman who make it such a unique and special place? Guests for Tea Time with Sue can be nominated at truman.edu/teatime. Join us in the next episode as Sue gets to know Vanessa Alexander, the new director of the Center for Diversity and Inclusion.